here drinking with Eli Roth, director, Hostel 1, Hostel 2, and the great trailer in Grindhouse, Thanksgiving.
Oh, you gotta say it.
Thanksgiving.
There you go. And I'm here with the great Josh Brolin,
Jesus.
star of many of my favorite films, such as Goonies, and really, I think the two best performances this year, Dr. Block in Planet Terror from Grindhouse, and Llewellyn Moss from No Country for Old Men, which was just the most awesome movie.
Thanks. Now, I don't even know if you know this, but Marley and I, for No Country for Old Men, because I couldn't go and see the Coens, I couldn't leave, because we were shooting the movie, we put together an audition tape with Marley playing Carla Jean, who's my wife, who's played by Kelly MacDonald in No Country for Old Men. And Quentin directed it, Robert lit it, and we used the Grindhouse set because he had a video camera, and I said, hey, would you shoot me? Would you just do a little audition tape for me? And he goes, why don't we just use the camera that we have, and we'll just do that. And I was like, all right. It's a $1 million camera, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you have Quentin Tarantino directing your audition tape and Robert Rodriguez photographing it.
It's kind of good.
Yeah.
That's kind of good, but I didn't get the role because of that.
Well, no, of course not.
No, they saw it and they said, it's beautifully lit. Who lit it?
Who directed this?
And who directed it, and they said, he's not the guy. And
had you met those guys before?
Never. Big fan
I'm
of those guys.
such a fan of them. I met Joel Coen once after Fargo.
Right.
I was like sitting there containing myself because I'd gone to NYU Film School and
you wanted to ask all these questions.
And I finally just broke down. I was like, Fargo was the greatest movie, and I started explaining. So he was like, thank you.
He was really gracious.
Francis is like, we should take him home, Joel. He's great.
Right.
And I was like, you were amazing. Like, they loved it.
Because I don't know them like that. I know them like, hey, let's talk about your work and all that, and literally the eyes go down and like the face goes blank. And
you're kidding me.
Totally. But I'm not a filmmaker. You are.
Well, I mean, back then I was like crazy
whatever. That's probably what they like.
Interesting.
I would sit there literally for minute upon minute upon minute on the set, and nobody would say anything. It'd be me and Javier and maybe Roger Deakins, and you'd have Joel and Ethan, and we'd be sitting at the director's chairs or whatever. We'd be sitting there, and finally I'd look up and I'd say, hey guys. And they go, yeah. And I go, listen, I just want to say I think you're doing an amazing job on your first film. And I think you're gonna go on and really make. And literally, I think I'd get a laugh or something, and they'd go, okay.
But what are they doing all that time?
Thinking, I don't know. It's like one of those freaky little genius things, or who knows,
But I love movies that are patient and that are tense. I mean, for me, in No Country, it's like that scene in the gas station, and when he's paying, it's like with Javier, and it's terrifying.
You know, it's a great shot in that scene when they're on the wrapper. And they stay on the wrapper, and you see it uncrinkling.
But that's, you feeling the tension in the film. I think you have to watch your film with an audience. If you're a director, you do. I mean, I think there's some directors who take the attitude of this is my work and put it out there. But I'm making films for audiences, and you learn so much by watching it with an audience. Cabin Fever, I was so excited, and it was doing well. And then I went and saw it in Burbank, and people were yelling, "The f*** is this? Why the f*** is this so weird?" And they're like, and I was sitting there, and I was just like, oh God. And like, some people were like, man, that was f***ed up. And they're like, what the f***'s with that stupid karate with the f***ing And I thought, okay. When I'm writing, I like to write in restaurants or cafes, because just having.
You like the noise, you like the ambiance, you love it.
I mean, I'm not like the guy with like the power book at Starbucks going, this is gold. This is gold, everybody. This was, I sit and I kind of write longhand, which is Quentin's advice.
Right.
He was like, always write longhand, which is great. And I asked him why, and he's like, my pen's my antenna to God.
Right.
He goes, you can't write poetry on a computer. My pen is my antenna to God. And I sat down, and we went to Iceland together for New Year's. It was like a 10-hour flight, and the only thing he had this like portable DVD player and like a bag of kung fu movies, and like 8 yellow pads.
Oh my God.
And a pen. And you just sit down and just.
And so it wasn't anything specific?
He was writing, it was Death Proof. I'm working on Trailer Trash. I have a lot of terrible movie ideas. And I think every director does.
Right.
Like, I have a terrible Tim Allen movie that I want to make called Bear Witness. But a bear who witnesses a mob hit, and Tim Allen's the lawyer, and the bear's got to stay at his apartment. Now, there's no movie. I would never make it. It's a terrible idea for a film. And if I can take my worst ideas and like the most stupidest, dumbest gags,
and at least get it out.
And just get it out. That's exactly it. Then it's not stuck in my head anymore.
What about me as Tim Allen's character? Just forget about Tim Allen.
Oh my God. I could also put you in my other movie, NASCAR Dog, where they're like, they lose the driver, and they're like, what's he gonna do? We lost our, and they're like, there you go, NASCAR, and the dog's like, And there's a NASCAR dog on the truck, and literally the commercial just goes, and they're like, look at him go, NASCAR dog. And the last shot is the dog driving. He's like, and he's driving with his head out the window.
I want to do that movie.
I'm telling you, could you imagine that? Farmageddon. I'm telling you, I have like terrible. I'm terrible. Farmageddon. The animals go crazy. The animals are attacking, and it's Farmageddon. And the scientist has to use a monkey. They've taught sign language because he's the only one that can communicate with there is. I have this disease where I have like terrible movie-itis, and I can't stop thinking them, and I'm like, I have to put them all into trailer trash. I can't believe I gave away Farmageddon. We could film these in a week. Both of our careers would be finished.
I'm there.
We go down swinging. That'd be the best thing.
So much
just
more
like
fun
fucking
than
go
any
down in
movie
flames.
I've ever done.
You heard it here first on MySpace. So thank you for watching My Lunch with Josh Brolin, where I knew I was going to ruin myself at some point. I just didn't think it would happen.
You did it with such glory and grace.
Thank you.
It's just beautiful.
To both of us.
All right.
And we'll see you at the Oscars with Bear Witness 2, Kangaroo Court.